Hello, mighty conquerors. Today we are going to take a quiz, but not the ordinary quiz. This is the quiz from Europa Universalis 5, which gives you a chance to win some prizes. And honestly, I like the pad the most. I mean, it looks awesome. I would love to have it. Of course, I'm not gonna sign up the quiz. I would just do it because the quiz is supposed to tell you which country you should start with, and that's something I'm really into because I'm dog shit as I've already mentioned a couple of times. So we are not going to read any of that. There is some bonus content, which is 8 great monuments. I think this is also part of the supreme, hyper crazy, mega powerful edition, which is the more expensive one. Simple as that. Okay, so let's take it a quiz. There's 10 questions. After that, we will know which country we should play. We should start our journey. So, aggressive ambassadors. 3 envoys have arrived at your court, claiming to represent the Great Khan, a title you thought long abandoned. They are asking for tribute in recognition of their master's power. What action will you take? Well, normally I wouldn't pay them, but let's see. I mean, danger is real. Option A, it's build your defenses. It will be expensive, but nothing is more important than our freedom. Raise taxes to build forts and strong places across the realm while your generals training new armies. That sounds really, really good. I mean, training new armies always. Always, boys. Okay, option B, submit for a price. Promise fealty but request information on the lands they come from so we can better know them. With this information, you may be able to break free at a later date once you've had time to measure their strength and intentions. This is a very wise move, honestly. Very wise. Okay. And C, show them the strength of your realm. The Horde is famous for its desire for rare goods from distant lands. If you can demonstrate the health of your society and skilled craftspeople at your disposal, maybe a strong economic partnership can emerge. Absolutely not. Come on, they are some type of Horde. They don't give a shit about economic partnerships. They will just rape your country apart, tear your country apart. Rape? I mean, rape maybe as well. Who knows? I think I will select option A. Yeah, I think that I would just prepare to face them because honestly, I don't trust such. I'm not gonna call them animals or neither monkeys, but yeah, you know what I mean. Build your defenses, option A. And continue. Question number 2, a land of gold. Rumors have reached your ears of a new world filled with precious metals and riches beyond imagination. Many in your court are excited by the possibilities. What should you do? Option A, leave it to the burghers. This is a risky venture that the crown should probably steer clear of. But if the merchant class can fund it, let them go. Sell contracts to entrepreneurial individuals and take a cut of whatever they find. No, I mean the price is worth the risk or actually spendings. So no, this is not something I would like to leave to burgers. Definitely not. Prepare the navy and the trade fleets. This is a fantastic opportunity to learn more about what is out there. Build ships, raise the sails, and set out to sea. Yeah, sounds like the option I would actually select. The secret is real estate, option C. Some hear gold, you hear land. Prepare colonial charters and conquistadors to seize new territories. You have plenty of family members who would make good governors. Oh, okay. Well, conquistadors. I actually like it. I like it more than the option B. Some hear gold, you hear land. Absolutely. By having land, you will also have gold. Actually, you have both. So yeah, I'm gonna select option C. Continue. A man, a plan, a canal. This is the question number 3. A group of foreign engineers have approached you with a dramatic proposal. Carve a canal through a narrow isthmus that impedes ship travel between two large seas. This would cut sailing time by days, maybe weeks, but would also be very expensive. Not to mention the fact that the isthmus belongs to someone else. What is your decision? It belongs to someone else, you say. So option A is of course seize the land first. The canal isn't a bad idea, but the renting of the land would be long-term cost we could lose at any moment. Grab the land, then reap the rewards. Yeah, this is probably the most reasonable approach. Um, Honestly, I mean, it depends. Let's assume that the isthmus is on the land of our ally, potential ally. Then that's fine to simply invest some money in that region. This is okay. But if we talk about some neutral country or aggressive country, or basically uh, negatively uh, opinionated about us, so um, yeah, I would definitely see the land first. But there's also option B, invest in the canal. This could be the start of something big. Invest in the region, build up a trade fleet, and make money. Even selling the goods to foreign contractors would be a huge boost for our nation. And option C, the entire project is folly. Better to develop the home front, build a productive industrial and military base, and not risk millions of gold on a canal thousands of miles away. Oh, hmm. Well, I didn't know that there's such option. Actually, I mean, it all depends, right? I mean, if I have abundance of money, massive surplus, then I can spend on something interesting abroad. This is just normal, uh, because the risk for the profit is rather small. But in that case, I actually would prefer to spend money internally. Yeah, especially that we are not United States of America with powerful U.S. Navy. So yeah, let's go with option C. An old alliance. Question number 4. For generations, your nation has maintained close relations with another major power. Your families are connected, commercial traffic between your capitals enriches you both, and your friendship has become a byword for international trust and collaboration. But now, your colonial ambitions are starting to collide, and your nobles and merchants think it's time to forget ancient ties. Absolutely not. Okay, it's funny. So, in general, people say that in geopolitics or in international relations, there is no romanticism, it's only business. And actually, this is true, and as a Pole, I can confirm. So just take a look at Polish history. We thought that we had allies around. The best example is probably World War II. So there's France, there is Great Britain, and we think, okay, they are our allies. We are friends, or we were friends. So they will help us, of course. And it didn't happen. Of course, this is not the I mean, that wasn't their fault, right? I mean, they weren't able to help us. That's the main problem. Like, even if they wanted, they weren't able. So, um, yeah, that's not their fault. So I would say that there is some place for romanticism in international relations, and I think that you can actually form a good alliance with your neighbors, or I mean abroad countries, if you share common values. Um, so yeah, this is possible, but you have to keep in mind that it's money and business is put a little bit higher usually. Okay, so we have a few options. Push into more uncharted territory. Instead of confronting our ally, double down on exploration and expansion into the hinterlands. Recruit explorers and adventurers to map new lands to exploit. Compete indirectly, not head to head. This is wise option. Challenge your old ally. There isn't that much land left to discover, and our more developed industry needs what they have. They will submit to our will. Sounds bad. Wealth doesn't depend on territory. They are our ally, and our economies will rise or fall together, no matter who exploits these distant lands. Hmm. Push into more uncharted territory. I would actually select that option. I mean, they may get a little bit angry, but I think at some point they will still understand that. So, and you can already see that I'm not talking about game mechanics directly, because maybe in the game you may play, how to say that, directly for the success. So you don't care about your thoughts, your inner voice, or your attitude, like your perspective of the world and your common sense. You want to exploit the game, so you are selecting options which are the most profitable, which makes of course sense. Here and right now, I'm talking from the perspective of my inner voice, of my perspective, and so on. So it's slightly different. I will select option A, pushing to more uncharted territory. Continue. Question number 5. The revolution next door. Your neighbor and rival is collapsing. Years of poor governance, overspending on military matters, and intolerance of its own large minority populations has led the nation to the brink of revolution as nobles hire their own retainers. Peasant uprisings blanket the landscape, and economic disaster is coming soon. This is a great opportunity for us. What is our first step? Option A. Call the troops! There is no better time to strike, so let's invade, seize the riches, and finish this rival off for good. We will be welcomed as liberators by the oppressed minorities, and everything will be fine. That sounds promising. So, without reading two other options, I would actually select that one. But let's read them. Option B. This is not our problem. Never stop your enemy when they are making a mistake. War is expensive and could risk uniting the what? And could risk uniting the disparate factions. Okay, makes sense. There are better avenues for domestic or international expansion. I don't think so. If you leave your enemy to deal with, I mean, his own problems, and there are no external problems, that's much easier, right? So, yeah, I would actually attack the enemy when he has some internal problems. This is just a great opportunity. And what's the risk of uniting the country under revolution? I doubt it's rather small. It's rather small. There is a greater chance that revolutionaries will try to join you against their ruler. So yeah. Open up negotiations. This is a great opportunity for the future. Support one of the rebel groups with an eye to future better relations. We could, but in general, if we were the enemies in the past, even if the new group takes control of the country, the old feelings will I don't know revive, let's say. So call the troops. That's the time to conquer the enemy. Okay, home decoration. Question number 6. Oh my god, that sounds more like a question for my girlfriend. Your new royal palace is almost complete, but it needs something special and unique to set it apart from the homes of other monarchs. How about some art? How will you decorate the main entry to the seat of your power? Paintings of national heroes and heroines. Option A. Our past will paint the way to our future. Commission a series of portraits of great soldiers, builders, thinkers, and rulers. Fair enough. Option B. Display trophies from our conquests. Impress visitors with art we've looted from other nations. Old masters' statues, dazzling armor, porcelain from far overseas. Art should have a message. This message to all foreign guests is beware. No. Actually, I mean, looting art from other countries, from other nations, is just, that's ugly. Um, I wouldn't like to do that. Even if I conquer something and I know that there's art belonging to them, I would just leave it. This is some and this is related with their culture, right? And even if we are enemies, I can still respect them. I wouldn't like to destroy that, or just to grab it for myself. I would actually select option A, but let's read option C as well. A rotating gallery of foreign art. We can use our past as an example of our diplomatic and trade relations. Do an art exchange with our friends to showcase the creativity of all humanity. No one cares about that. No one cares about humanity. So paintings of national heroes and heroines. Definitely. Religious unrest. Question number 7. Many of our citizens are following a new sect and offshoot of the official religion, and it's questionable if it even rises to the level of heresy. They are, however, very loud and demanding, even going so far as to harass local clergy into adopting the new ways and violently overturning anything representative of tradition. What should we do? Send the leaders overseas. If they want a new Jerusalem, they can start it in the new world. Give them ships and a small sum of money, then see if their faith will find them profit in the wilderness. Their colonies will in turn help build our own strength. Makes sense. This is actually a very reasonable approach. Crush them. Heretics or not, they are troublemakers, and our religious leaders don't need that kind of trouble. An orderly realm needs conformity. That sounds like a utopia. And this is. I mean, I see too much religion in it. Like honestly, my respect for the clergy, even nowadays, is on the scale. It's rather on the smaller side, definitely, very smaller side, if I can call it like that. Um, no, I will usually not support clergy. Honestly, there are some reasons behind it. And option C, let them be. Sure, it's against tradition, but a rich and strong country can handle some disagreements on religion. If they feel secure, they will invest in their towns and serve in our armies. Sounds perfect. I'm taking it. Option C, boom. Question number 8, a royal education. Your hair is finally ready for proper schooling, so you should hire the best tutor suitable for a prince or princess. But you don't have time to direct the education into much detail, so you will deputize a courtier to oversee their child's training. Pick one of these candidates. We have the entrepreneur, option A, a merchant from a minor noble line. He made his fortune overseas and reinvested it in farmlands and counting houses. Despite his roving ways, he has a deep love of the land and its geography. Quite important. I mean, very important actually. Geography was and still is everything. Maybe not everything, but it's definitely more important than other aspects. Okay, the option B is the Marshal, and yeah, well, that actually suits me. A hero of the many wars that have shaped your legacy. This man has also served as an ambassador to foreign courts. He is traditional in his outlook and has little insight into government beyond the maps. Hmm, okay. Option C, the historian, a professional educator famed for patriotic writings on the motherland. This scholar has spent a career knowing the details of national cultures, faiths, and resources. Oh god. Hmm. The Marshal. Honestly, I assume that the Marshal is also an honorable man. And this is quite important for me as a value. So, despite the fact I like the idea with the historian, and also I like the idea with the entrepreneur. Um, Being the businessman is, by the way, very profitable. But usually businessmen, they are not very much honorable. That's the fact. So I mean, don't take it personally, okay? But that happens. Like I've said, business over everything. So I will actually select the Marshal. I like the Marshals. Even if I think about movies or TV series, generals, marshals, or the knights were usually quite likable, and I would love to learn from them. Okay, so that was the option I've selected. Question number 9, what will they say? As your life comes to an end, you have become reflective. Your reign has seen great triumphs and a few disasters. In a century's time, who knows what historians will think of your decades ruling your nation? Decades. Maybe you can improve your legacy with the right epithet. What title should court chronicles attach to your name? The wise. Your careful attention to the management of your realm has brought wealth and prosperity to all your subjects. Even subjugated peoples conceded that your reorganization of their lands was done with care. The upright, option B. No one had a better friend or worse enemy. You dealt with other nations with an honesty and forthrightness that sometimes shocked your consular, but you built a coalition of nations to stand against any foe. And the strong. It was said you ruled from the saddle as your armies expanded your borders and defended your people. The wars were expensive, but you never failed to make them profitable by reinvesting plunder and tribute. Um, I think I will select the upright. Um, hmm. I like that part about you dealt with other nations with an honesty and forthrightness. Um, that's something I really like about that. So yeah, I will select the upright. Also, I like that graphic. This is French cavalry, supposedly. Boom. And question number 10. This is beautiful graphic. And now imagine that they use such graphics instead of those 3D models. Can you imagine that? Jesus, that would be so much better. Come on, Paradox. Come on. Use your common sense. Okay, question number 10. The fruits of wedlock. Good news. A diplomatic marriage has resulted in a personal union. Two crowns will now sit on the same head. Bad news. The other crown is half a continent away and difficult to get to. How will you effectively manage both realms? Trust the local gentry. You can be in two throne rooms at once, so entrust management of the new lands to local nobility. This will keep economic ties strong and prevent too much local resentment. Sounds reasonable. Option B, build a corridor. Huh, corridor, you say? That reminds me about one corridor which is between Russian Kaliningrad and Belarus. This is called Suwalki Gap, or Przesmyk Suwalski in Polish. Just good luck pronouncing it. Okay, build a corridor. Sometimes you need to knock down a wall to connect two rooms, and the realm will work better with everything united. Swiftly move to seize lands between the two kingdoms. Two front wars are great when you are both fronts. Well, that's wise words. And option C, make nice with the neighbors. New lands mean new borders, and you don't know these people. Everything will be easier once you figure out what you are dealing with. Build a corridor. Yeah, I mean, I agree with the fact that it's easier to manage. I mean, such personal union if you are able to unite it also by the land. It just makes everything easier. Uh, Also, over time, the differences can build up, and then it becomes harder to unite two countries. I mean, the differences might be too big to deal with. And then there are some tensions. Tensions means some rebellions. Rebellions means some inner conflicts. Um, of course, it means also a bloodshed of local population. That's something we don't need. We don't need. Trust the local gentry. This is the option I could also consider, but I don't trust others. Basically, I think that they would just strive for independence. This is something normal, something organic. That even if you are tied with someone, someone stronger than you will try to reach independence at some point, because this is the, again, inner voice of the local population. That's it. Those national values, culture, religion, language, everything. So yeah, I will select option B. Boom. And this is it. Where we have oh, there's the answer. So thank you for taking the quiz, see your results, and claim your exclusive rewards. Your Europa Universalis 5 playstyle is military. Novice, if you are new to Europa Universalis and Grand Strategy games, we would recommend starting with the Ottomans to suit your military nature. Okay. The Ottomans start Europa Universalis 5 with both a small professional army and a number of early missions that allows for quick expansion throughout Anatolia. Do they really start with professional army? I thought that they start with levies as well. Okay. Historically, Ottoman expansion in the late medieval era was briefly checked by the invasion of Timur in 1402, but they would quickly rebound, spreading across the region, and 50 years after the humiliation at Ankara would end the rule of the Byzantines in Constantinople, beginning centuries of rivalry with the rest of Europe. Fair enough. Okay, so that's the for the novice. I assume you are novice. I mean, I am novice. I'm sorry. I didn't want to insult you. So I am novice. Let's see what about the experienced players. Don't tell me it's the Crown of Castile. If you have some experience with Grand Strategy games, military aligned players may want to consider playing Castile. A rising kingdom on the Iberian Peninsula, Castile has clear military goals, driving out the last of the Muslim rulers to the south, maintaining dominance over Aragon and Portugal. Historically, this expansion under Alfonso XI was paired with major government reforms to stabilize the kingdom. Quick action is demanded before your sovereign rivals can unite or find strong allies to deter their reconquista. So it's mostly Granada here to be dealt with. And then we have Advanced. Oh my god, this is France, right? Advanced, a superpower familiar to advanced Europa Universalis players. France provides a strong starting challenge in Europa Universalis 5. The kingdom is divided with many subjects wavering in their loyalty to the Valois throne. Burgundy and Brittany are ready to strike at the first sign of weakness, and France faces an early game crisis with the English pushing their claims in what would become the Hundred Years' War. But France is rich in resources and manpower. Can you bring this power to bear and survive to fulfill your national destiny? Actually, that was my goal to start with as a France, but well, well, I think this is not the best idea though. Um, okay, I mean it is what it is. I would love to start as France, but I know it means just a disaster. So I think I will have to select someone else. I mean Ottomans, why not? I think this is the second country I've played Europa Universalis for because I've started with Scotland for some unknown reasons. Maybe because I like kilts and bagpipes. Uh, but then I've played as Ottomans. So yeah, this is the option on the table. I wouldn't mind actually. But we'll see. Okay, 25 minutes on my timer. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully see you in the next one where we try to probably analyze another dev diary. I'm interested in trade and economics, as you can see. Um, I'm slightly worried about that aspect. I mean, I'm not worried. I'm scared of. It might be ridiculously complicated for me, but for sure it's complex. So yeah, I'm curious. I would like to read it to get some initial initial idea about how it works, how to manage with that, and how hard it might be. So yeah, that's the next goal. I also had something else on my radar about how is it called? Military orders? I think so. It might be quite interesting reading, but yeah, I will focus on developer diary, number three, trade and economics, unless I find something else. But yeah, I need to know what's going on here. So that's the plan. Once again, thank you very much, and see you next time. Goodbye.